أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد قد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well. Today's lesson is going to be a very important lesson due to the fact that I'll be starting verbs today so that I can prepare yourselves for the next phase of this book, inshallah. So you should be able to now unmute yourself and I'm going to show you the slide and then shall I work through this itself. Right. Can everyone see on the screen the slide?
Yes.
Right, okay. This is a very important one. And inshallah, I'm just going to go through this and explain this now.
Could you make it bigger, please?
Alaikum salam.
So this is not from the book, okay?
I don't teach from the book. I teach some of the things in the book. So some of the things, yes, of course.
Okay. No, I'm just asking. It's not in the book. That's why.
No, not so. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm giving you the. I'll send this as a handout so that you have this. So the reason why is that I'm trying to give you as much as content as possible within a short period of time, and then you can realize yourself that how well you have progressed as well.
Okay, Jazakallah.
So that's the whole reason why. Okay, let me just go through this itself. I'll send this, I will also send this across as a PDF. I'm going to send this as a JPEG today, but I'll send you today as a PDF as well. Right. Now, the most important thing to understand about the Arabic language is that, first of all, in English, we have a singular and we have plurals. So in the English language, there are two types of verbs. You have either singular or plurals. I went, we went. She hit, they hit. Is that clear? So we have either he or they, she or they, I and we. So we have 6 forms in the English language for verbs itself.
G.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Now, in the Arabic language, it's slightly different. Arabic is a very rich language. Now, for this reason, in the Arabic language, and in any conversation, you have how many components in a conversation? So you have 3 people in a conversation itself. So whenever you're speaking to anyone, you have 3 individuals. You have the speaker, you have the listener as you're listening to me, and then you may have a third person who's listening to the conversation as well. Is this clear? Yes?
Yes.
Right. Now, in English, if I break this down in English, it'll be much more clearer for you. For example, I'm going to ask, let's bring, okay, Sister Samira Dioji.
Yes, Sheikh. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. So as yourself being a teacher, now you would know we have the speaker, which is I and we, correct? And then the person who you're speaking to, which is the addressee, it can either be a male or a female.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now, and then for the third person, like for example, if we're speaking about another person who just left the room, he's classified as the third person. The person he went out from the classroom. So it can be either a masculine or a female.
Correct.
So I and we are the speakers. The second person can either be you, masculine, or you, female itself. And the third person can be either she and he. So this is the format of any conversation itself. Now, the next thing which is really important to understand is that in the Arabic language, pretty much the verbs have three forms. So every person, like the third person, which is he, you have he, then you have 14 forms in total. So there's 14 forms, verbs for the past tense. 6 verbs are for the third person. How many verbs?
6 verbs.
6 verbs are for the third person, meaning he, they both, they all, boys. Then you have 3 for female. She, they both, they all, females. So Arabic language has a dual as well. Whereas in the English language, we don't have a dual verb, whereas the Arabs, they do. So they have he, they both, they all, more than 2. So in the Arabic language, plural is more than
2.
More than 2. And then we have she, they 2, they all, more than 2. Then you have the next individuals, which is the addressee, the person who you're talking to, which is deemed as a second person. Now the second person is you 1 male, you 2 males, you more than 2 males. And then you have you 1 female, you 2 females, you more than 2 females. That, how much is that? 6 and 6 is
12.
12. And then you have 2 for the speaker, which is I and we. So there's not in Arabic, we don't really have a dual for 2 people. We just use we.
Right. Okay.
Is this clear for everyone so far?
Yes.
So there are 6 verbs for the third person, which is he, they both, they all. She, they 2, they all, females. Then 6 for the person who you're talking to. You 1 male, you 2 males, you more than 2 males. And then you 1 female, you 2 females, you more than 2 females. I and we. Okay, right. If this is clear, now I'm going to break this down even further and explain further. I'm going to ask Sister Matsuma, Ya Matsuma, from South London.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah, yourself.
Alhamdulillah. Now, Sister Matsuma, now in the Arabic language, now the next thing I need to explain, the minimum letters in a verb are 3. So a minimum letter for a verb in the Arabic language are 3. Can you see here over here? Kataba.
Yeah.
There are 3 letters. Now, the Arabic language is based upon harakat. Now, this pattern itself, all of the 3-letter verb have a fatha. Kataba. Of course, there are 3 patterns for the past tense, but at the moment, I'm going to just teach one pattern at a time. Now, kataba is a 3-letter verb, and it means in the Arabic language, kataba, it means, what does it say in English, sister?
Book.
He wrote.
He wrote.
Yeah, kataba, he wrote.
Okay, he wrote.
And then when we want to make the dual for 2 male, you add a alif at the end.
Kataba.
Kataba, excellent. So kataba means he wrote. By adding, so this is the attached pronoun. So how does a verb change? Is when the actual pronoun is attached to the verb to change the meaning. So adding this alif here,
Yeah.
it gives the meaning of
Dual. They.
2.
2,
Right.
yeah. Maximum 2, yeah.
Maximum, excellent. And then we have katabu. So here we add the waw and the alif. So katabu means they all men or they all boys wrote.
Okay. Yeah.
Clear? So adding the waw and alif, you will see this in many times in the Quran, the past tense verb coming on this pattern itself.
Yes. Yes. You're right. Yes.
So whenever there's a waw, when you want to make the plural, they all male, you add waw and alif. And you also see here that the letter before the waw, the harakat is changed as well.
Yes.
What harakat does it have?
That's the Zumma.
As a dhamma.
Yeah.
So can you kindly read me the first three verbs in Arabic and translate as well, and mention what are the pronoun attached suffixes which are being attached?
Yeah. Kataba, he wrote. Kataba, they two men wrote. Katabu, they more than two people wrote. More than two men wrote.
Right. Sister Matsuma, can you come on the mic as well now, please?
Yeah, I am on the mic. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So for singular, he wrote kataba. For dual, they maximum two, kataba. So you add an alif at the end with
Correct.
and with plural, as in two and more than two for a male, is katabu, and you add the waw and alif at the end, and the bay has a dhamma on top.
Correct. Excellent.
Thank
Now, next person, sister Salma. Sister Salma.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Okay, Sister Salma, this is easy for you.
Inshallah. So am I doing the kataba, katabu?
Let me bring you at a later phase when I've done the 14, and then
Okay.
I'll test you. I think that'll be
Okay.
better for yourself.
Sounds
Agha
good.
Samim Hamidi. Agha Samim Hamidi. Agha Samim. Brother Hamidi from New Zealand. Okay,
I'm sorry, my mic was
no problem at all. So, brother, go ahead. Kataba, kataba, katabu. Explain, please.
okay. Kataba, he wrote. It is the singular form of a female.
Yep. Masculine, not the female.
Oh yeah, sorry, masculine. Kataba is the dual, two people.
Correct.
Kataba, they wrote more than two people.
Correct.
So with the form, there's the first one is with
Kataba, he wrote.
He wrote. That's the past tense. They're all in the past tense. Is that right?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Now, as you're on the mic now, so you'll see this. This is the actual template. So the Arabic language verbs have a template on which they are conjugated on. It's like algebra. Once you know the formula, then you're able to follow the same formula and work out any equations. It's very similar to that. Now, I'm going to give you a different verb to conjugate on the same pattern. The verb is, this is very famous, the most famous one everyone knows, Dharaba.
Varaba, okay.
Means he hit.
Varaba is he hit.
Yep.
Yeah. Zaraba is two people hit.
Correct.
Zarabu is more than two people hit.
Excellent. Is this clear for you so far?
Very clear. Thank you.
Brilliant. Next person I'm going to bring on the mic, sister Brother Muhammad. Are you there, Brother Muhammad?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, very well. Now I'm going to do the next phase with you. Now the next one is she. So to make the verb for she wrote, you add a ta. Can you see the ta?
Yeah.
You have the ta and it's silent, it has a sukoon on top.
Yeah.
So it's katabat.
Yes.
So
Kataba.
this ta is called the ta for feminine.
Is this like tawal marbuta then?
No, ta marbuta is the one which is round.
Okay.
This is the flat ta, which comes with a sukoon, which actually differentiates from kataba. Kataba is for the masculine and katabat is for she wrote. So adding the ta with a sukoon, it makes it into a female verb.
Okay.
So katabat, she wrote. And then for the dual, you have that ta still there because that is a sign of feminine, and you have the attached suffix, which is the alif here, which is katabata.
Okay.
So the difference is here it is kataba, they both wrote, and here katabata.
Yeah.
So we add the ta and the alif to make it they both females wrote.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
And then when we want to make the plural for they all females wrote, we
Yeah.
add a noon with a fatha at the end.
Yes, Sheikh.
So we add the noon with a fatha at the end, and the ruling is that the one letter before the last from the noon is given a sukoon.
Okay.
So it becomes katab.
Katabna.
Excellent. So katabat, she wrote. Katabata, they both wrote. Katabna, they all wrote. Can you conjugate now, please?
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so in terms of the first one, she wrote, it's katabat.
Katabat, yep.
Yeah. The second one is where there are two,
Katabata.
katabata. So it's something similar to thank you, something similar to the top one. The only difference is that there's a ta over here and there's a bar on top.
Yep.
The last one, the ruling is that before the noon, the sign changes to a sukoon.
Correct.
Then compared to the one that's above, which is a dhamma. So the last pronunciation is going to be katabna.
Excellent. I'm going to test you now.
Okay.
So the thing is, so it's so easy you will learn them. How do you say she wrote?
Sorry?
How do you say in Arabic she wrote?
Katabat.
Excellent. How do you say he wrote?
Kataba.
How do you say? Yeah, you're right. Kataba is correct. How do you say they both males wrote?
They both kataba without.
Excellent. And how do you say they two females wrote?
The two females wrote katabata.
Excellent. How do you say they all boys wrote?
You say katabu.
Excellent.
To dhamma.
And how do you say they all females wrote?
The rules say that it changes to a sukoon, so it becomes katabna.
Excellent. Now I want you to conjugate all of the six now.
Okay. So the first one is he wrote kataba. Then they two male wrote kataba. They male wrote katabu.
Excellent.
Excuse me. Sorry. The second line now that I'll do is the female. So the first one is she wrote is katabat. Then they two female wrote is katabata. And then the last one is they wrote is katabna.
Is this clear for you?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Sheikh.
Is it difficult?
No, I think it's once you understand the rules, then you basically pick it up. So alhamdulillah.
Exactly. Absolutely. Brilliant. Thank you ever so much. Next one, Sister Samina Soraya.
Saroya. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam, bismillah. I want you to do all of the six now, Sister Samina.
Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Kataba, singular, he wrote. Kataba with an alif is dual for two males.
Correct.
They wrote. And katabu for more than dual males, they wrote.
Excellent.
Katabat for singular female, she wrote. Katabata for two females, dual.
Correct.
And plural for more than two female, katabna.
Excellent. Is this clear?
Yes, thank you.
Brilliant. Next person, Ma'suma al-Arakiya.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. I want you to now with yourself. I want you to conjugate the verb on the same pattern as kataba, dharaba. Dharaba, he hit. Go ahead.
Zaraba, zaraba, zarabu, zarabat, zarabata, zarabna. Zaraba is he hit. It's for singular male. Zaraba is they hit for two people, two male. Zarabu is for more than two male, plural. Zarabat, she hit. Zarabata, they two is for female, hit. And zarabna is for more than two female.
Correct. Thank you. Have you done the verbs before?
Yeah.
How many verbs have you done?
I do not get you.
How many verbs how many verbs have you practiced? Have you done past, present before?
Yeah, quite because I was doing Mafahim, so a bit of grammar then with it.
Which book have you reached in TRS?
3. We are doing with
I know.
it's
yeah.
not a TRS, but it's other syllabus, but it's level 3.
Okay, that's fair enough. Sister Neelam Amarsi. Alaikum salam. Can you also conjugate? I'm going to give yourself a different verb, which one should I give you? Nasara. Nasara. Nasara means he helped.
He
Nasara.
helped.
Yes, Nasara.
Okay, so Nasara would be he wrote. Nasara
No,
would
Nasara, he helped.
be he helped. Nasara would be they, dual, hail. Nasaru would be more than two, male.
Correct.
Nasarat would be singular, she wrote.
No, she helped.
She helped, sorry. Nasarata would be she helped, more than two.
They two help. They two help.
Two help. And Nasar
na.
Nasanna would be more than two female.
Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you so much. Any questions?
No.
Sheikh, I have a question. How do you say in Arabic to write?
To write, I'm not going to teach you that at the moment. Because to write, I haven't taught you yet, because I'm not going to jump the gun because it will confuse other students. So I'm not going to teach you at the moment. How do you say two writes? Okay.
Sorry, Sheikh, can I please ask you for Nasara?
Yep.
How do you say it for plural females more than two?
Nasarna.
Nasarna. So it won't be okay. Nasarna. So you don't add any other letters in.
No. Only thing is that the noon with a fatha, it's added at the end itself.
Okay, lovely.
Okay. No
Can
problem.
I ask something, please?
Yes.
So like she asked, like they two female help is not going to be Nasarta?
No, Nasarata.
Nasarata.
Yeah. All three letters here. Katabata, Nasarata.
Okay, Nasarata.
Okay.
Ra and Te Alif together.
Yes.
Te Alif. Okay.
Sister Razia Jan Muhammad.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Yes. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Now, Sister Razia, I would like you to conjugate the verb. Which one shall I do with yourself? Okay, everyone likes studying. Darasa. You know the word dars?
Darasa. Okay. Darasa.
Darasa means he studied. So can you conjugate the 6 forms for me? Darasa.
Okay. Darasa. Darasa. Shall I give you the English also?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll test you afterwards.
Darasa. Darasu. Darasat. Darasata. Darasna.
Excellent. How do you say he wrote? Sorry, he studied.
He studied is darasa.
How do you say she studied?
Darasat.
How do you say you two boys studied?
Darasa.
Excellent. You two females studied.
Darasota.
Excellent. You all females studied.
Darasna.
Excellent. You all boys studied.
Darasu with a waw and alif. Yeah.
Have you done verbs before?
Way back, not recently. But maybe it's about 20 years back. I don't know.
Okay,
When
okay.
I was teaching, yeah.
Okay.
But almost forgotten, but it still comes back.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you ever so much for that. Jazakallah. Any questions?
No, I'm fine, I think,
Okay.
yeah.
That's right. Jazakallah. Sister Parveen Zahra, Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. Bismillah.
Which one? Kataba?
No, I want you to do Dhahaba. Dhahaba means he went.
Zahaba, Zahaba, Zahabu, Zahabat, Zahabata, Zahabna.
Okay, I'm going to test you now because you didn't translate. Now I'm going to translate. I'm going to ask you the English. You will give me the Arabic now. How do you say she went?
Zahabat.
How do you say they all females went?
Zahabna.
Excellent. They all boys went.
Zahabu.
He went.
Zahaba.
They two females went.
Zahabata.
Excellent. And you two boys went?
Zahaba.
Excellent. Is this clear?
Yes.
Excellent. Sister Samira Dioji.
Yes, Sheikh.
I'm going to choose which verb I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose a slightly different one for yourself. That will be the verb akala. Akala, or which one? Do you prefer akala or would you prefer raja'a?
Either or. I'm nervous. Either or. So
Okay. Let's do the word raja'a instead. Then raja'a means he returned.
Okay. Raja'a, he returned. Raja'a, they two male returned. Raja'u, they male more than two returned. Raja'at, she returned. Raja'ata, they two returned. Raja'na, they female returned.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Can I have someone called R? Sorry? Okay, can I
have irregular verbs?
Sister Neelam, I can't hear you properly.
Hello, Sheikh?
Yep, I can't hear
Can
you
you hear
properly.
me?
Now I can, yes.
You know, in English we have irregular verbs. Are there any irregular verbs in Arabic as well, or every verb follows the same pattern?
There are irregular verbs as well. Yes, there are plenty. Okay. There are plenty to come.
Okay.
So there are in total, there are 140 patterns which I need to cover. Of course, I will not teach you this, all of them in the book one. I'm only going to teach you 6 patterns in book one. And then the remaining of them, I'll be teaching you them after book 2. So because they are quite complicated and complex, I can't teach you them immediately straight away because it will be a bit too challenging. So I need time for you to settle in, understand Arabic, and then I'll teach you the remaining ones.
Did you say 140 irregular verbs or 140 patterns?
There are 140 verbs, patterns, and there are about 60 irregular verbs.
Okay.
60, around about 60 itself.
Okay.
So can I, brother, someone called M. Ali Raza, Mirza, R. Ali Mirza.
Yes, Sheikh. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Where are you from?
I'm from Dar es Salaam.
So is it?
This is my first session today.
Okay, first session. Okay, welcome, sisters, to class. So let's start from Kataba.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you want to start from Kataba? Kataba, translate.
Kataba, he wrote. Kataba, they too wrote. Male.
Yep.
And Katabu,
they all wrote.
Kataba. Kataba, he wrote. Male. Singular. Kataba, they too wrote. Male. Sorry?
Correct, that's correct.
And Katabu, they all wrote. Male. Katabat,
correct.
She wrote. Katabata, they two female wrote.
Excellent.
And Katabna, they all female
wrote. Excellent. Excellent. Jazakallah, sister. That was really good. So welcome to the first class. Inshallah, I'll ask you more questions as you blend in with the class as well. Sister Sarah. Sister Sarah? Alaikum assalam. How are you, sister?
Fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Now, Sister Sarah, I'm going to ask you, which verb should I give you? Can I give you a difficult one?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give you the verb alima. Alima. So this one is a slight, as I mentioned yourself in the beginning of this lesson, the Arabic verbs for the past tense, it has 3 patterns. I am moving on to the second pattern now. Alima. So now the middle letter has a kasra. Alima.
Okay.
Try to conjugate this. Alima. Go ahead. Alima, he knew.
He knew. Alima. Alima.
Correct.
They both knew. Alimu.
Excellent.
They all knew. They all knew.
You. Correct.
Alimat. She knew. Alimata. They too knew.
Yep.
Alimatna.
No, alimata.
Alimata.
Yep. They 2 females knew.
They knew. And alimna.
Alimna. Correct. Correct.
They all female knew.
Excellent. Is this clear?
Yes.
Right. Can I have next on the mic, Sister Aimma Nakbi? Sister Aimma? Okay, so maybe she's having problems. Can I have next on the mic then? Sister Shazia Sultana. Sister Shazia Sultana. Okay. Sister Natasha, can you come on the mic then, please?
Assalamualaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Go ahead. I want you to do Alima again, please. Alima, he knew.
Okay. Alima, he knew. Alima, they knew. They both knew. Alimu, they knew, plural, masculine. Alimat, she knew. Alimata, they too knew. Alimana, they all knew.
No, alimata.
Alimata. Alimata is they too knew. Like, oh, she too knew, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
For feminine.
Correct.
And then, like, they, Alimana, she knew, like, no, they knew, but for female and plural.
No, alimna is they all females knew.
Oh, alimna. Oh, alimna.
Let me test you so that you will know them better. How do you say he knew?
He knew is alima.
How do you say she knew?
Alimat.
Correct. How do you say they 2 males knew?
Alima.
Correct. They 2 females knew.
Alimata.
Excellent. See this? Alima and alimata.
Okay.
They all females knew.
Alimna.
They all females knew. Alimna, correct. And they all males knew.
Alimatu. No. Oh no, alimu. Sorry, alimu. Yes.
Alimu. Excellent. Jazakallah, sister. Can I have AS iPhone? AS iPhone, can you come on the mic?
Salam, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Who is this, by the way?
Anar.
Okay, Sister Anar. Okay, Sister Anar, I'm going to give you a different verb. I'm going to give you the verb dakhala. Dakhala means he entered.
Dakhala, he entered.
Yep.
Dakhala, they too entered. Male. Dakhalu, they all entered. Male. Dakhalta, she entered.
No, dakhalat. She entered.
Dakhalat, she entered. Dakhalta.
No, dakhalata. All of these letters have a fatha. Dakhalata.
dakhalata, she too entered, they too, female entered.
Correct.
Dakhalna, they all female entered.
Excellent. Karal, excellent. Next person I'm going to bring on the mic is going to be Sister Aima. Are you there? Aima, can you do all of, I'm going to give you the verb kharaja. Kharaja means he exited.
Kharaja, he exited. Kharaja, they too exited. Kharaju, they all exited. Men. Kharajat, she exited. Kharajata, they too exit. Female. Kharajna, they too female exit.
No, they all exited.
Oh, sorry, they all exited.
Excellent. Our brother Samim Hamidi, can you come on the mic now? Brother Samim?
Yeah, sure.
Now, I'm going to give you the verb. I'm going to give you the verb, which it comes in the book as well, which is going to be easy for you. It's going to be the verb nadara. Nadara. Nadara means he looked.
Okay. Nadara, he looked. Nadarna.
Nadara.
Nadara, they looked.
They too look, yeah.
Nazaro.
Yep.
More than two people. Nazarat, she looked. Nazarat, no.
No, Nazarata.
Nazarata, two female looked. Nazarat, Nazarna.
Correct. Nazarna means they all
looked. Female.
They all looked. Okay, excellent. I'm going to give you another verb, which is going to be mana'a. Mana'a means he stopped.
Okay. Mana'a, he stopped. Mana'a,
yep.
More than two. And mana'o is three, more than two male.
Yep.
Mana'at, female.
Yes.
Mana'ata, two females. Mana'at, mana'atan, mana'an.
Mana'na.
Mana'na, more than two female.
Excellent. They all female, the more than two females stopped. Mana'na. Excellent. Right. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next 6. Now the next 6 are really easy. You need to understand from the 6th form. From the 6th form, from katabna, you will see that the 3-letter verb kataba, the 3rd letter has a, what does it have, Sister Ma'suma? What does it have?
Sukun.
It has a sukun, yes. So the ba has a sukun and it becomes katabna, okay? Now, the next 6, all of the next 6 babs or the verbs, the ba will remain with a sukun, and these are the actual suffixes which are representing individuals who they're referring to. So katabta, Sis Matsuma, on the mic.
Yes.
Katabta means you wrote.
You wrote. Okay.
So this ta, it's the actual pronoun which is attached to the verb, which represents you, one male. Clear?
So this second column, the second row is all about you. So was the first one all about
they, he, and she?
He. Okay, yeah.
So all of this column, the first column was about he, the second one is about she, the third one is about you, male, which is like talking to someone who you're addressing.
Yes, yes.
And then as I'm talking to you, so you're a female, so I will talk to you, katabti, you wrote, for example.
Okay, okay.
So is that clear?
Yes, that makes sense, yeah.
So katabta means you wrote.
Yep.
So we add the ta with, so the ta with a fatha represent, and the letter before the ta is with a sukun. Katabta means you wrote. And then adding the tuma. Tuma in the Arabic language is the pronoun which attaches to the verb, which means you two male or you two females. Katab tuma.
Katabtuma.
You two male wrote.
Katabtuma. That's two males. Two
Yep.
you wrote.
Then katab tum.
Katabtum. That's plural.
You
More
all,
male.
you all male wrote.
Yeah, all male wrote katabtum. So at the end, you're doing a dhamma like you did before, and then you're doing a sakin on top of the mim.
Exactly. Katabtum.
Yeah, thank you.
Then now continue on the mic for a second. Then we have katabti, you one female. So over here, katabta had a fatha. Now katabti has a kasra.
Feminine, yeah.
Yes, you one female wrote is katab.
Katabti.
Excellent. Katabtuma and katabtuma, both of them, you two male and you two female. The verb are exactly the same. You can only tell from context whether it's referring to the male or the female.
Katabtuma. So it's equal. It's the same.
Yeah, that's right.
You wouldn't know if it was two females or two males or just
Correct.
two. Okay, okay.
And then
plural is katabtunna.
katabtunna. Clear?
Yeah.
So tum is for you all male, and tunna is for you all?
All female.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question now.
Okay.
Okay, how do you see you one male wrote?
Katabta.
You one female wrote.
Katabti.
You two male wrote.
Katabtuma.
You all, so you two male wrote is katabtuma, which is correct. You all male wrote.
Katabtum.
Excellent. You two females wrote.
Katabtuma.
You all females wrote.
Katabtunna.
Right. You ready for the next phase of testing?
Yeah.
Sure?
Inshallah.
Okay, ready. You be ready now. How do you say he wrote?
Kataba.
How do you say you one female wrote?
Katabti.
Excellent. She wrote.
Katabat.
They all females wrote.
Katabna.
Excellent. You all females wrote.
You all female wrote is katabtunna.
Excellent. They all males wrote.
Katabu.
Excellent. You all boys wrote.
Katabtum.
Excellent. They two boys wrote. They two boys wrote.
Kataba.
They two, you two males wrote.
Katabtuma.
MashaAllah. Excellent.
Okay.
And finally,
yeah.
they two females wrote.
They two female is katabata.
Katabata. Right. Now I'm going to be right. It's a bit too early, but what I would normally do, I would stop the screen share and I would ask you to conjugate the first 6 and the second 6 as well. But it's a bit too early. I'll not do this.
Okay.
So inshallah, we need to memorize them as well. That was excellent. How are you finding that?
Will you send this to us on the WhatsApp group?
I have sent it already in the WhatsApp group already.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Right. Sister Zainab iPhone. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Zainab?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. I
Alaikum.
just joined it and I'm preparing myself. So just give me a few minutes.
No problem at all. No problem.
Thank you.
Sister Salma. Bismillah, Sister Salma. Come on the mic. Alaikum salam. Go ahead now.
Am I doing kataba?
You can do, what can you do? Let's do something more challenging for yourself. Alima. Alima, he knew.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alima, alima, alimu. Alimat, alimata, alimna. Alimta, alimtuma, alimtum. Alimti, alimtuma, alimtunna. Alimtu, alimna.
Excellent. How do you say I knew?
Alimtu.
We knew.
We as in male or female?
It makes a difference. It's the same.
Okay. Sorry, alimna.
How do you say she knew?
Alimmat.
He knew.
Alimta.
Alima.
Sorry, alima.
How do you say you, one male, knew?
Alimta.
You, one female, knew.
Alimti.
You all females knew.
Alimtunna.
You all males knew.
Alimtum.
Excellent. And they all females knew?
Alimtunna.
What was the question?
You all females?
Yeah, you all females knew alimtunna, correct.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you, Sheikh.
Ahsanti. Next person, Sister Amreen Kazim.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam, bismillah.
With the same verb?
I want you to do alima as well.
Okay. Alima, alima, alimu, alimat, alimata, alimna, alimat, alimata, alimtuma, alimtum.
No. Alimta.
Alimta, alimtuma, alimtum, alimti, alimtuma, alimtunna, alimtu, alimta, alimtuma.
No, you made a cocktail here. Alimtu, alimna.
Alimtu,
And alimna.
alimna.
Yeah, so the dual and the plural you can say once because it covers both of them are exactly the same itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Ahsanti. Next person is going to be sister or Mrs. Ayaz.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, sir.
Salam. Can you do kataba for me?
Okay. Kataba, kataba, katabu, katabat, katabata, katabna, katabta, katabtuma, katabtum, katabti, katabtuma, katabtunna, katabtu, katabna.
When did you do the verbs last time? It seems as you've learned Arabic before.
Yeah, I have taken some classes also.
You've taken some classes also. So where have you reached?
Sorry?
Where have you reached?
Till forms, first form and the second form and third form.
Right.
Fourth form, sorry.
Okay, have you done any Arabic language as well before, like language lessons?
Sorry?
Have you studied any Arabic language as well at the same time?
Yes, I have been learning.
Okay, so if you can do me a favor, if you send me a message and I'll send you an exam paper for book 1, if you get the standard grade, which is minimum 80%, then I can then add you to the book 2 itself.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So that may be more easier for yourself. Okay,
thanks a lot.
No problem. So you can stay in the class, and if you want to listen in and revise, you're more than welcome.
All right.
No problem. Next person, brother, Sister Sabira. Sister Sabira Rashid.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you unmute yourself again, Sabira?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you do Nasara? The verb Nasara, he helped.
Nasara, Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarat, Nasarta, Nasar.
Nasarat, Nasarata.
Nasarata, Nasarna.
Correct.
The second form as well, the second person.
Yep.
Nasarat.
No, Nasarta.
Nasarta, Nasartuma, Nasartum, Nasarti, Nasartuma, Nasartunna, Nasartu, Nasarna.
And who's sitting with you as well? You got someone else with you as well?
No, no one is sitting with me.
Okay, someone else is using their mic on. Okay, I thought so. Okay, apologies.
Sorry.
Someone else's mic is on as well, so they're whispering as well at the same time. Okay, that's fine. Let's bring the next person on the mic, Brother Samim.
Yeah.
I want you to do all the 14 now. I want you to do the verb kharaja. He exited.
So kharaja, kharaja, kharaju, kharajat, kharajta,
No, kharajata.
kharajata, kharajatan,
Kharajna.
kharajna. Sorry.
Correct.
Then
Kharajta.
kharajta, kharajtuma, kharajtum, kharajti, kharajtuma, kharajtunna, kharajto, kharajna.
Excellent. Excellent. How do you say, now I'm going to go back to the verb kataba because it's on the screen. How do you say I wrote?
Kataba.
I wrote.
Oh, sorry, katabu.
I wrote.
I wrote like.
So I wrote in Arabic is katabtu.
Oh, katabtu, sorry.
So all of these 6 here are for the second person, and I and we add the ta with a dhamma. Katabtu means I wrote, and adding a noon with an alif at the end, katabna means we wrote.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yes.
So katabtu
Probably
and
need to
katabna.
practice more.
Yeah, no, of course. I don't expect everyone to know that overnight. It takes time. Okay, Jazakallah. Sister Shazia Sultan, Shazia Sultan, Sultana. Okay, Brother Muhammad.
نعم شيخ.
نعم شيخ. Okay, جزاك الله. أنت تحكي اللغة العربية الآن. أحسنت. Okay. Let's do, which one should we do with yourself? Darasa. He studied.
Yeah, no problem. Darasa, darasa, darasu, darasat, darsata, darasna.
Excellent.
Second person. Darasata.
Darasta.
Darasta. Darastuma.
Excellent.
Darastum.
Excellent.
Darasti.
Correct.
Darastum. Sorry. Darastuma.
Correct.
Darastunna.
Correct.
First person. Darastu.
Excellent.
Darasna.
Excellent. How are you finding it?
Alhamdulillah, it's I'm understanding. Alhamdulillah, so far so good. Alhamdulillah.
That's brilliant. Okay, can you choose the next student to come on the mic?
Brother, can I just quickly ask a question?
Yes, go ahead, Masuma.
You know, on the last row where it says we two wrote and we more plural.
Yep.
Right. They're both the same. That's right.
Yes, that's right. So what happens? What they have done, the we is used for both. It covers for dual and more than 2 people as well.
So from 2 onwards.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
So
you.
we have I and we. That's it. We don't have a dual format as it's independent, independent conjugation for it. It's exactly the same for we. Katabna, katabna.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Aimma nakwi. Sister Aimma.
Yes, brother.
The verb I'm going to give you is actually jalasa. Jalasa means, you know the word majlis?
Yeah.
It comes from the word jalasa, which means he sat.
He sat.
Majlis is the place where we're sitting. Majlis.
Yeah.
Jalasa, he sat. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shall I just do in Arabic or?
Arabic and translation as well.
Jalasa, he sat. Jalasa, they two sat. Jalasu, they plural sat.
Correct.
Male. Jalasat, she sat. Jalasata, 2 female sat. Jalasna, 2 more than 2 female sat. Jalasta, you sat. Yeah, Jalasta, you sat. Jalastuma, you 2 sat. Male. Jalastum, female, you more than 2 male sat. Jalasti, you female sat. Jalastuma, you 2 female sat. Jalastunna, more than 2 female sat. You. Jalastu, I sat. Jalasna, we 2 male or female sat. Jalasna, again.
Yep, Jalasna, we sat.
We sat.
Excellent. That was really good. Thank you. Is this clear for you?
Yes.
You understood everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Sister Samina, can you come on the mic?
Yes, Sheikh. Samina Sunoya?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the verb. Should I give you? I'm going to give you the verb which is slightly different. The word masaha. You know the word we do masaha? Masaha, that's wiping. So masaha means to wipe. So masaha, mim, sin, ha. Masaha, he wiped.
So masaha and masaha for two males with an alif, and masahu for more than two males. Masahat for she wiped.
Yep.
Masahata for two females.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
And masahata for two females.
Yep.
And masahatna for more than two females.
Masahna.
Masahna, okay. And then masahat for you wiped, male. Masahatuma.
Masahtuma.
Masahtuma for two males.
Correct.
And masahtum.
Correct.
More than two males. Masahti.
Correct.
For one female for you.
Correct.
And masahtuma for two females.
Correct.
Masahtunna for more than two females. Is that right?
Correct.
Masahtu for one.
I wiped.
Masahtu.
Yep. I wiped.
Yeah. Masahtuna.
Masahna.
Masahna. Masahna for two males.
No, two or more than two.
Two or more than two. And it's the same for masahna.
Excellent.
Sorry, it's very new for me. So
No, that's fine. Where are you from, sister?
From London.
You're from London as well. Okay, that's perfect. Is it clear for you so far?
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Can you choose? Okay, let me choose. Sister Razia Jan Muhammad.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the verb fataha.
Okay.
Fataha. Fataha means he opened.
Right. Fataha, fataha, fatahu, fatahat, fatahata, fatahna, fatahta, fatahtuma, fatahtum, fatahti, fatahtuma, fatahtunna, fatahtu, fatahna.
Excellent. Sister Neelam, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Sister Neelam, I'm going to give you the verb. Which one do you want to do? Kataba or daraba?
Did you say karaba?
Kataba or karaba? Kataba or let's do with you. Let me just think of one. Dafa'a. Dafa'a means he pushed. Dafa'a.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
with an ayn at the end. Dafa'a.
Means?
It means he pushed or he paid.
Okay. The dafa'a. He pushed. Dafa'a. They more than two pushed.
Yep.
Dafa'u. More than plural. More than two pushed. Dafa'at. She pushed. Dafa'ana. More than two of female push.
Dafa'ata.
Dafa'ata. More than two female pushed. Dafa'na. Dafa'na.
The other meaning is he paid as well. Dafa also means to pay as well. Were they all females paid?
Paid.
Yes.
Okay.
And then dafa'ta, you one male paid. Continue, Sister Nilam. Dafa'ta, you one male paid.
Dafa'ata.
No, dafa'ta. The ayn has a spoon.
Dafa'ata, you paid.
Yep. Tuma.
Dafa'atuma.
Correct.
More than 2 male paid.
Correct.
Dafa'atum, plural, more than 2 paid.
Dafa'ti.
Dafa'ati, she paid.
Not she, you.
You paid, female. Dafa'tuma, more than 2 female paid.
Correct.
Dafa'atunna,
Correct.
you more than 2 female paid.
Correct. I
and we is dafa'na.
No, I paid is dafa.
Dafa.
To.
Dafa'tu, that's I, and dafa'na.
Excellent. Dafa'na is we.
We paid.
Excellent.
Male or female. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Jazakallah, sister. Sister Zainab iPhone, are you ready now?
Yeah, inshallah.
Right. I'm going to give you the verb ghasala. Ghasala means he washed.
Okay, can you give me the how we spell it? Ghain?
Ghain, Sin, Lam. Ghasala.
Ghain, Sin,
Lam.
Lam. Okay. Ghasala. 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 Ghasalu.
Excellent.
Now she. Ghasalat.
Correct.
Ghasalana.
Ghasalata.
Ghasalata. Ghasalana.
No, ghasalna.
Ghasalna.
Excellent.
Okay. Now male. Ghasalta.
Correct.
Ghasaltuma.
Correct.
Ghasaltum.
Correct.
And now female. Ghasalti. Ghasaltuma. Ghasaltunna.
Correct.
Now I. Ghasaltu. We. Ghasalna.
Excellent. Is this clear?
Yeah, clear.
Have you done verbs? Have you done Arabic before?
No.
First time.
Yeah, I was in previous lessons, but I wasn't following much. But this time I'm getting it much better.
Alhamdulillah. It happens. Practice makes perfect. And the more you practice, the better. Now, I'm going to test you now. If I said you to katab, the verb kataba means he wrote. How do you say I wrote?
I wrote.
Yep.
I wrote. I. Katabtu.
How do you say we wrote?
Katabna.
She wrote.
She. She wrote. Katabti.
Katabat. She wrote. Katabat.
Katabati.
No, katabat. Third person. Katabat.
Third person. Katabat. Katabtunna.
No, katabat here. Third person. She wrote. It says the translation next to it. Katabat.
Katabat.
On top, singular. Singular top on the first box itself. On the right hand side.
Oh, I don't have that paper with me.
It's on the screen.
Okay.
It's on the screen. Katabat.
Katabat.
You see it now?
Yeah, katabat. Okay, katabat. I can see it properly. Okay, he. Katabat.
And then you, one male wrote?
Katabat. You, one male wrote.
Katabta.
Katabta, yeah. Katabta.
And you, one female wrote?
Katabti.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Thank you. Who would like to come next on the mic? Who wants to come next on the mic?
I can try.
Sorry, can you put your hands up? I didn't catch that. Who was that? Who wants to come next on the mic? If you get someone who put the hand up, that would be much more easier for me.
Can I come, Sheikh?
Who was that? I didn't catch that.
Masuma.
Go ahead,
Allah, okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Masuma.
Yeah, which verb?
I'm going to give you the verb qara'a. Qara'a means he read. Qara'a with a hamza at the end. Qara'a.
Can you repeat?
Qara'a.
Qara'a, qara'a, qara'u. Qara'a, qara'a, qara'u, qara'at, qara'ata, qara'na, qara'ta, qaratuma, qaratum, qarati, qaratuma, qaratunna, qaratu, qarana.
Excellent. Jazakallah, that was brilliant. Sister, next person, Sister Samira Dioji. And then after Sister Samira, Sister Sabira.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, Sister Sabira, let me get Sister Samira, then I'll be Sister Sabira, then after Sister Samira Dioji.
Okay.
Sister Samira, you there?
Yes.
I'm going to give you the verb labisa. Labisa means he wore. Labisa.
Okay.
Lam ba sin. Lam ba sin.
Okay. Labisa, labisa, labisu, labisat, labisata, labisna, labista, labistuma, labistum, labisti, labistuma, labistunna, labistu, labisna.
Can I test you?
Yes.
Okay, that was with great confidence. How do you say I wore? The word labisa means he wore.
Labistu, I wore.
How do you say we wore?
Labisna,
She wore.
She wore labisat.
He wore. He wore, yeah.
Labisa.
You, one male, wore.
Labista.
You, one female, wore.
Labisti.
You, all females, wore.
Labistunna.
You, all male, wore. You, all male, wore.
Labistum.
MashaAllah. Have you done Arabic to some extent before? No.
I have, but I'm not like this.
Not like this. Okay.
Yeah, the Quranic Arabic, but this is harder, I feel.
This is harder, not easier.
Yeah, no. The grammar was always harder for me. I don't know.
But you did very well.
Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Who's Sister Sabira? Next person on the mic. I want to give you the verb taraka. Taraka means he left.
Taraka, taraka, taraku, tarakat, tarakta, tarak.
Tarakat.
Tarakat, tarakta, tarakna. Tarakta, taraktuma, taraktum, tarakti, taraktuma, taraktunna. Taraktu, tarakna.
Excellent. Brilliant. Who is going to come next on the mic? Who is going to come next on the mic?
Shall I try?
Razia, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the verb. I'm going to give you the verb sami'a. Sami'a means he heard.
Sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na, sami'ata, sami'tuma, sami'tum, sami'ati, sami'tuma, sami'tunna, sami'tu, sami'na.
Excellent. Excellent. How do you say I heard? Sami'a is he heard, and I heard is?
Sami'tu.
We heard.
Sami'na.
She heard.
Sami'at.
She, you, one male, heard.
Sami'ta.
You, one female, heard.
Sami'ati.
You, all male, heard.
Sami'tum.
You, one female, heard.
Sami'ati.
You, all females, heard.
Sami'tunna.
Have you done Arabic before?
Yeah, that's what I said I had done before, and I was teaching Arabic. So, but I just wanted to revive it. Yeah. But
right.
somehow it comes back. Yeah. I'm still doing Mafahim al-Quran.
Right, okay.
Mhm,
Okay,
yeah.
mashallah. That's brilliant. Next person, who's going to be next on the mic? Sister Natasha, you've been a bit quiet.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Inshallah, let's see.
I'm going to give you the verb. Sabara. Sabara means he was patient.
Okay. Sabara, he was patient. Sabara, sabaru, sabarat, sabarata, sabarna, and sabarta, sabartuma, sabartum, sabarti, sabartuma, sabartuna, and then sabartu, and then sabarna.
Excellent. Mashallah. That was really good. Right, next person, Sister Parveen Zahra.
Yes, I'm here.
The word is fariha. Fariha means he was happy.
Fariha, fariha, farehu, farehat, farehata, farehna, farehta, farehtuma, farehtum, farehte, farehtuma, farehtunna, farehto, farehna.
Excellent. Next person will be Matsuma. Matsuma Londoni.
Yes, Sheikh.
I'm going to give you the verb. Should I give you? I'm going to give you the verb shariba. Shariba means he drank.
Shariba.
Yep.
Okay. He wrote Shariba.
No, he drank shariba.
Oh, sorry, yeah, he drank. Sorry, he drank Shariba, Shariba, Sharibu. She drank Sharibat, Sharibata, Sharibna. You drank Sharibta, Sharibtuma, Sharibtum. So this is female. You drank Sharibti, Sharibtuma, Sharibtunna. I drank Sharibtu. We drank Sharibtuna. Sharibtunna.
No, sharib. We drank.
Sharibna.
Excellent. Sharibna.
Yeah.
Is this clear for you, all of it?
Yes, thank you.
Brilliant. Brother Muhammad.
Yes, Sheikh.
The verb is, when we recite talqeen, we say afahimta ya fulan ibn fulan. Afahimta. Do you understand? So the verb is fahima. Fahima means he understood. Fahima.
Okay. So fahima, fahimu, fahimat, fahimata.
Correct.
Fahimna.
Correct.
Second person. Fahimta, fahimtuma, fahimtum, fahimti, fahimtuma, fahimtunna. First person, fahimtum. Sorry, fahimtu.
Correct.
Fahimna.
Correct. Fahimtu and fahimna. Correct.
Sheikh, can I just say, make a comment?
Yep.
This particular table.
Yep.
That's like really helpful because, when I get stuck, me personally, I just look at the ending letters, but I think it's going to be a bit challenging. I know you said it's still too early, but I know you're going to test us going forward. It's going to be a bit challenging. It's basically trying to understand the last letters and just like without looking at it.
It's easy. The thing is, what I've done, I've taught you the whole lot in one session, and everyone's done fantastically amazing. Normally, people take a couple of sessions to teach you all of the 14, and we've done it in one session.
Okay, alhamdulillah, that's good. Inshallah, without the paper, it'll be the same. Inshallah.
Yeah, it's what I'm doing. The reason why I'm testing each and every one is that when you listen to each other, conjugating them, it sits in the mind. You listen to people and that goes into the mind, absorb the information. So listening, reading and writing, all of these elements are one of the best ways. And if you use them as instruments of learning, you learn better.
Hassan, Jazakallah Shaykh. Thank you.
No problem. Now, can I have a sister? Is it some era? There's someone called Sam. I know there's Sister Samira Doji, and there's someone else, Some Era. Would you like to come on the mics, sister? Okay. Who has not had a chance? Mrs. Ayaz? Who wants to come next on the mic? Brother Sameem, are you there? I might as well bring you then. Brother Sameem?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm going to give you the verb kharaja, exited. Kharaja.
Sorry. Kharaja, okay. Kharaja, kharaja, kharaju, kharajat, kharajta,
No,
kharajna,
kharajat, kharajata.
kharajat, kharajata, kharajna. Kharajta, kharajtuma, kharajtum. Kharajti, kharajtuma, kharajtunna. Kharajtu, kharajna.
Excellent. Sister Salma, can you come on the mic?
Sheikh, are you calling me?
Yes, I am, Sister Salma.
Yes.
So, Sister Salma, I want you to show all of the class of knowing the conjugations well. You can conjugate a verb. You will be able to conjugate a 6-letter verb. So at the moment, we're doing 3-letter verbs, kataba. And
yes.
I'm going to give you a 6-letter verb in the past tense, which is istaghfara. Istaghfara. So istaghfara, it's a verb. Original letters is 3 letters. Ghain, fa, ra. Ghafara, he forgave. Istaghfara means he sought forgiveness.
So I'm using the same conjugation that's on the screen?
Yes, you are.
So istaghfara, istaghfara, istaghfaru, istaghfarat, istaghfarata, istaghfarna, istaghfarta, istaghfartuma, istaghfartum, istaghfarti, istaghfartuma, istaghfartunna, istaghfartu, istaghfarna.
MashaAllah, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. You've kept my honor because excellent. Because
since I'm on the mic, Sheikh, I have to tell all the students in this class what an amazing teacher you are. You've been my teacher for over a year now, and I have learned so much, and so will everyone in this class.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Sheikh, can I just say,
yep.
I can, just looking at this sheet, I
yep.
can say it all. But if you question me independently for different males or females, I can't. So I don't know how to do that.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to teach you all of this. So that's the reason why I took 90 minutes for this class today. So what you need to do now for homework, I want you to write like this chart which you see on the screen. I want you to write kataba and next to it write the English translation. When you write the English translation next to the Arabic, it allows the mind to absorb the meaning from English to Arabic, so you'll be able to translate from one to the other. And then I want you to record yourself. So kataba, he wrote, kataba, they two wrote, katabu, they all wrote. And what I would like you to do is, who's from London?
Yes, Samina.
I know, Samina, you're from London, but who else is from London apart from Sister Matsuma? Anyone else from London?
Okay.
I am as well.
Sister Sabira, can
yes.
you pair up with Sister Samina?
I don't mind.
So what I want you to do is that Sister Samina message me, and I got Sister Sabira's number. Just message me, Sister Samina, and I'll send you Sister Sabira's number to you. So I want you to have a meeting on either the weekend and test each other for 15-20 minutes. She asks you questions, you ask questions. When you test each other in this manner, it allows you to absorb, memorize, and learn it at a quicker pace.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
So that is really important for yourselves, okay? So do this and you will see, inshallah, you will learn it really quickly. So let me show you what I'm trying to achieve. So the aim, which is, I need to go through, let me show you. Let me just get onto the screen. Can you see this now on the screen? Yep.
Can you make it bigger, please?
Yep, I'll send this in the group as well.
Yes, we can see.
So this is what we are working. We're working on the katabat, the kataba, kataba, katabu, katabat, katabata, katabna, katabta, katabtuma, katabtum, katabti, katabtuma, katabtunna, katabtu, katabna. Now I want you to learn it at a pace that you're able to say this in about 15 seconds. Kataba, kataba, katabu, katabat, katabata, katabna, katabta, katabtuma, katabtum, katabti, katabtuma, katabtunna, katabtu, katabna. So you should be able to say that fast. So it shows that you've memorized it really well. So on this sheet, which I'll send this across, what's happened here is that these are the detached pronouns, which we'll do in next lesson in book 4. Huwa means he, huma means they two, hum means they all. So these are the detached pronouns which come independently, which on this table they have been inserted in the text separately so that you can relate to the verbs who they are referring to. Kataba is referred to.
Can you just say Huwa is he?
Correct.
Huma
They
is
two.
they two.
Hum is they all.
Thank you.
Hiya is she. Huma is they two females. Hunna is they all females. Anta. Man anta, like man anta, who are you? Anta is you, one male. Antuma, you two males. Antum, you all males. Anti is one female. Antuma, you two females. Antunna, you all females. Ana is we. Nahnu is we.
Can we have these translated as well?
What do you mean?
In English as well?
I haven't got this translated. I could. It's easy. You could work it out. He, they two, they all. She, they two, they all. You, one male. You two females. You all. If you find it difficult, I can translate. It's fine. It's easy. Anti, you one female. Antuma, you two females. Antunna, you all. I and we.
Okay.
Sheikh, are we supposed to learn all these as well? So together we're going to do both.
No, so if you want to memorize it as kataba, kataba, katabu, katabat, katabata, katabna, that's fine. If you want to learn it as well, huwa kataba, huma kataba, you can learn it that way as well. Whatever you find easy to memorize. As long as you're able to give me the verbs correctly, I'm happy with it.
Okay, sure.
So you will see in this pattern is kataba, all of the 3 letters have a fatha. Daraba, all of them are 3 fathahs. Fatah with fatah. Then you will see the past tense also comes with a kasra. Alima, as I've been practicing with some of the students. Alima, he knew. And the other pattern for the past tense is kabura. Kabura. I'll practice this next week with you. Kabura is the 3rd pattern for the past tense. So all of the verbs in the Arabic language, if they are 3 letters, it comes on either of one of these 3 patterns itself. Is that clear?
The vocabulary, if we don't know the meanings of these words.
Yes, I'll teach you the meaning as we go through them itself. So at the moment, I just want you to write 2 verbs, kataba, daraba, and fataha. I just want you to write 3 verbs out. Fataha means he opened, daraba means he hit, and kataba, he wrote. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I just want you to practice 3 at the moment. And then inshallah, next week I'll be practicing more from the actual book 4. So in book 4, they've got verbs as well. So what I'll be doing, I'll be asking you change the verbs to she hit, I hit, Zainab hit, and so forth. So give you practice within sentences, which will make you much more, which will give you a much more thorough understanding itself. Is that okay?
Thank you. Yes.
Right. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Right. I hope, Sheikh, I'm going to finish lesson now.
Thank you, Sheikh.
Muhtaj dua. So inshallah, please do this. It's really important. Everything else is going to be built upon the same structure. If you look at itself, even the present tense follows the same 14 forms. But of course, there's some changes at the beginning and the end. I'll explain that in book 2. I'm not going to teach you present tense yet. I'll teach you that in book 2, inshallah. Okay. Right. Inshallah, I hope this lesson was beneficial for everyone. And I'm going to ask Agha Muhammad to recite Dua Faraj, please. Agha Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقاعدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرزك توعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على محمد
أحسنت شيخ.
محمد وأجل فرجهم. جزاك الله خير.
Hafiz.
Muhtaj dua. Inshallah, Khuda Hafiz and Khushali Mubarak to everyone. Jashan Imam Radha alayhi salam.
And you too, Sheikh.